my boy's wicked smart.
That's a movie reference. Anybody can get that movie reference. We are in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, with a buddy, and I think you probably remember him. He was on our most watched video that we had, and also on our labor simulator video. And it is Mr. Robbie Moore.
Bravo.
We're at Puckett's, and it's
Pumpkins?
Puckett's, not pumpkins.
Pumpkins.
We're at
I
Puckett's.
will start calling it that.
Last time we were here, it was already completely different. Last time we were here, inside is exactly the same, decor is exactly the same. What's different is that when you come in, you order at the counter now up front instead of going to a table and having a server.
It's a real
That
cluster jam.
claws a big cluster jam up front, like Stacy just said. It got huge. I mean, we sat up there, oh, what'd you say, 15 minutes at least? While people were ordering. Now all they were ordering. And there has to be a more efficient way to do it. Maybe it didn't affect the food. Maybe it made the food better. I don't know. Because we came here for breakfast and the breakfast sucked. But when we came here for lunch, it was fantastic. No, breakfast is horrible.
Their gravy's awful.
But the lunch we had here was really good. So we decided to give it another shot. That because everything else in town is full.
Hour and a half wait. Everywhere.
Well, what was the local go? Was 2 hours, right? 2.5?
2 to 2.5.
2 to 2.5 hour local go. So
They'll be closed by then.
we decided we was gonna come here. So we got our food in. I got the everything together was $83.62, and that's a lot of money to pay for somewhere you order at the counter. I mean, I expect they're paying that much like at a movie theater because they got their own country inside there. They charge $7 for a Coke. Here, I mean, well, here's $3.50, so it's pretty close. I just don't know, spending that much money ordering at the counter doesn't sit quite right with me. And you put this little blue card in the center of your table and they bring your food out to you. And I don't know. We'll find out. You gonna sing for us? Come on, sing for us. Come on. Give it to us. I said we do, let's do it.
Why have you put this shirt?
It's their orange all the time.
I'm sure there's a thing on the front.
I know.
Day 26, and we're still waiting on our food. No, seriously, it's been 40 minutes since we're our food. We have had 4 tables, 4 tables, sit down after us and have gotten their food. Stacy's still sitting down. She only called seen yet.
Oh, it's coming.
But
I have to go to the kitchen and get it myself.
yeah, it has been a long enough to bring food out. I know that I'll make it all fresh. We're not back here smoking the brisket right now. So, but we've been waiting a long time. Yeah.
Well, now that's... Have you had it before?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Used to be pretty decent. We'll see. I don't know. We don't know what to expect now. My hopes are not high. I'm gonna try to talk loud enough to cover this song up in the background so I get a copyright strike. Which I got one from Epidemic Sound on one of my videos. I pay for Epidemic Sound. I I still got copyright strike, and I appealed it, and they still found I was in default on mapping and sound. So I don't subscribe anymore.
No.
I mean, it's $15 a month I pay for this music, and no more I do videos. I don't really need it. Anyway, I want to talk about the brisket. Okay, everybody knows brisket got a fat cap on it. Why don't you look at that? Brisket fat is netted. I mean, it looks like crisscross inside of it. Hey, we have a paper towel. What happens when you freeze meat like that that's got excess fat, which you want because you got to render it in a smoker. So if it's not there, it's not gonna render. If you freeze meat, it don't always bounce back. So what happens is that it congeals together. It does not break down. It doesn't render where it's supposed to. And that's what we have here. Frozen meat, which is, I don't know why you do barbecue, you don't freeze your meat. It's beyond me. I can't fathom it. Barbecue especially barbecue, is judged so rigorously by everybody. And you take shortcuts around. I just don't get it. Anyway, that's not the way you want to do it. Because what happens is that you got, I'm trying to remember the way it was explained. You got these molecules that are circle round, they're touching together. You got the space up here and down here. Well, that space fills in because the coat actually changes the structure of the molecules. So instead of being like this, they become all different shapes. And I wish I could remember the exact terminology for that.
My boy's wicked smart.
That's a movie reference. So anybody can get that movie reference. Arrow's trying to run off. So it doesn't always bounce back when you thaw it out. And that's just probably a case of it not being thawed out properly. My guess is it was probably still a little frozen. They put it on the smoker. I don't know for sure because I've never ever cooked frozen meat or pre-frozen meat or anything like that on my smoker. I've done any of it. So I'm not exactly... Okay, thank you. I'm not exactly sure. But I know that's what happens when we cook meat like that. And why even do that? Well, all that said, there was probably 4 strands of brisket on top of that fat.
Yeah.
So it's a poor cut of meat to begin with, but the brisket actually had decent flavor to it. So it's not the best brisket. It's not even in my top 50 briskets, but it was decent. And the pork
was delicious.
A pork, I would say, is the pork was just good. The pork was the only thing on here that was done exactly the way it should have been done, I think, in my opinion. I think it was all really good from what the chicken was way overcooked, the ribs were way overcooked. But the ribs had great flavor to it, so I mean, it's a barbecue place, a barbecue platter from a place that doesn't really do barbecue, but that's a smoker. And it's odd, but some of it was good, some of it wasn't. But I just had to touch to let you know about the fat on the brisket, what to look out for when we do that. And also, when people say they want fall off the bone ribs are overcooked ribs. In any competition, nobody wants that from any competition because you don't want to be able to pull your bone out. You want to bite and then a little small pull at the end of it. Like you want to feel the bite that you're biting into the ribs. These had the bite, but it was overcooked bite. You got overcooked, then you got way overcooked. And these went along a little too far. Smokering was not there, so they tried to hurry this cook up. They cooked it at a higher heat for a short amount of time. Their rub on it though was pretty good. Had some brown sugar in it, but this is not the end of the video, and I keep rambling on like it is. So I'm gonna stop right now, talk about the barbecue, and then we'll come back after we wrap everything up. We are all wrapped up and done now. Everybody's full.
Absolutely.
And
Oh, can I get your plate? Your plate?
I was still on top.
Your plate?
Dude, the smoke. I think one of my favorite things here was the smoked beans.
Absolutely.
The smoked baked beans were really, really good.
And the little pancake, jalapeno pancake thing.
What was that called?
I don't know, jalapeno pancake. It comes with all the meals. I don't know.
Okay.
I know. I don't know what's going.
He's gonna get it.
Let him get it.
What was the little jalapeno cake thing called?
Corn cakes.
Corn cakes. Because that was phenomenal. It was really good. Great flavor. They put a lot in that little flat cake too.
They do, yeah.
It's really good.
Arrow, it's okay.
The pork was probably the best thing on my plate. Oh yeah, we share. It's called the whole farm.
Yeah, the whole farm.
It's a huge thing. It's like $32 and plenty. We didn't eat it all.
No, we still didn't eat it all.
No. It was really good. I got some
Finger.
It's your finger.
the brisket. We went over that earlier. The ribs, the tweak. I think there was under a speed cook, I believe, if I'm guessing.
I would think so, yeah. We got the mashed sweet potatoes as a side.
Yeah.
They were okay. They needed cinnamon, and I think they would have been okay.
Yeah, definitely cinnamon. I'm not a fan of the order at the front, sit down here.
No.
Probably not coming back here just for that reason, honestly. I enjoyed it the first time I came here for lunch, and it was just as good as this time, like when we came back. And if it was just based on the food here, I would come back again. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, the order at the front, and then you seat
I just don't-
yourself. It's a good way to get people in because
but
there's
it
no
wasn't.
wait.
That's what it was.
Huh?
We waited 15 minutes up front to get in.
We waited 15 minutes because we were in line to order. There was a huge group in front of us, which, I mean, you have to wait in line to order.
This is in between.
But there's technically no wait.
There's
So
Two-
you come in, you order, you sit down, but then it took us, what, 45, 50
she's
minutes?
more forgiving for that than I am. I don't like being up there sitting there waiting like that. A restaurant like this, it's been $83 at a counter.
No.
They got two, and plus on top of that, they got two wretched up there. They could have open. People ordering that could have sped things up big time. Because they could have seated 3 other parties, including us, 4 including us. By the time they got into that big group that they had at the restaurant.
Absolutely. But
Hey,
I'm not
turn it down.
saying
Turn it down.
that it's okay. I wasn't saying that. I don't want to come to somewhere and spend almost $100 on food and have to order at the front.
It was after tip.
And yeah,
And then we tipped up front. And you tip before you didn't know what kind of service
yeah,
you're getting.
which was no service. They brought the food out,
There
you're
was
done.
nothing.
That's it. So there's, I mean, I don't, not a reason to tip big. But I'm just saying I'm assuming they do that for one, fewer staff, and also because they can say there's no wait. Because we called and was like, is there a wait? Is there a wait? And they were like, no, there's no wait. But then you wait an hour total. I was probably over an hour
It still
from
needs.
ordering and sitting.
It still needs sweet. After we sit down, after we ordered, got my own receipt. Has a time on top of it. That's why I got it, pulled it back out and looked at it. It was well over 40 minutes before we got our food. It wasn't worth waiting 40 minutes for. It wasn't that.
No.
I mean, 10, 15 minutes. Okay, I understand that.
Yeah, I mean, they're not back there
20
cooking
minutes.
barbecue
Okay, I get
roast.
it. But you know, that was entirely too long. And then we got kids trying to wrangle up inside here, and for me, it just wasn't the best experience with the ordering up front. I think they should do away with that, bring servers back. Period, without a doubt. Yeah, I know. I understand it's hard to get.
Everybody's short-staffed.
I have a business in Gatlinburg. I completely understand.
Yeah.
Robbie runs one of the largest bus. What is it called?
What?
What do you run?
First student?
First Student, which is the all school buses for Hamilton County for First Student, and he's having trouble getting employees too. Like we understand,
nationwide.
we understand it's hard to get employees, but you can't let it sacrifice your business where you lose your business out of.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid that's what this will probably end up going if they don't change the way it's doing. Everybody here was extremely nice.
Yeah.
I had no problem. Everybody was, from the time we ordered to the time they brought the food. That's the time we walked around and said that. But they really were. Everybody here it was really nice. I had no problem with the people working here. That
Yeah,
whatsoever.
no, which
Nobody
seems to
smart
be
about
only
it.
2 people.
It really does. Only seem you seen more than 2 people working here?
No.
I really think it's 2 people, and that's it. I mean, but overall, I mean, I'm not coming back to the way it is now. If they change the way it is, we'll talk about that later. Food was good. If you come here, the food is good.
Yeah.
Just be prepared to order at the counter, and honestly, if that stuff don't bother you, then you're gonna love it.
Yeah. It's just a little pricey to
Yeah.
order on the counter. That's it.
Anything else you want to add, Rollo?
The catfish was great.
Oh yeah, I didn't try the catfish.
It was great.
And the macaroni and cheese was good too.
Yeah, the mac and cheese.
It really was good.
Yeah, it really was. Arrow, how was your food? Oh, quick thumbs up.
I have tried something that I have not tried in a very, very, very long time, and that is chicken tenders.
And
It was very hard, if I have to be honest.
hard.
I mean, yeah, it was like the shrimp.
Yeah.
The inside was very. It was the normal the normal way you cook it, but the outside was very, very crunchy and hard.
Yeah.
It felt like I was trying to
Overcooked.
Yeah, overcooked. It was like I was trying to bite into a
Overdone
tooth.
and dry.
Overdone and dry. You're overdone and dry.
Yeah, it was like trying to bite into a rock, bite into like a tooth or a rock or something. But it was still
How
good.
were the beans?
The beans were good. They tasted a lot like onions, so I didn't like it too much, but they were okay. I like them.
I'm gonna do a video on how I make my beans. I think because a lot of people ask me about my beans.
His beans are so good.
As crazy as it sounds, but I'm gonna do a video on that. It'll be a short video, but because it's just my beans, but they are really good when they come out. But I think we're done. I think we got it all figured out now for you. So
I think we said enough.
yeah, said plenty. Said plenty. So we're gonna end this video here. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, we'd love for you to give us a thumbs up. Both those things are free for you. Costs you absolutely nothing and helps us out tremendously. We're obviously supposed to be starting a YouTube channel at some time because we talked about it before a long time ago.
That's true.
We did. We talked about it a long time ago. So I'm gonna say that we need to push channel to get his YouTube channel started.
Yeah, let's do
You
it.
never know.
We'll call it. What we'll call it?
I don't know.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. He don't know. We got all kinds of names for him.
We do.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Make sure
Bye.
you never film another video, please.
You gonna say bye?
Oh, she's gonna come all the way around the table to say bye. Oh, she's gonna hide now.
See you later, guys.